Summertown Eagles. Lawrence County Wildcats. This is the X Sports Network.
And we're back here at Lewis County High School as we're about set for the boys' game to begin. As we got, this is Brian Long alongside Adam Lindsay and Will Pettis. And guys, I know Coach Wes Long and these Summertown Eagles, they want to get that bad taste out of their mouth that they got in Eagleville the other night. They know they did not play their best. Not taking anything away from Eagleville. Eagleville had something to do with that, as Coach said at halftime. But it's going to be a tough test tonight.
Yeah, I asked Hayden on the way home. I said, well, what did Coach tell you? What did Coach talk to you about the game? The two things he mentioned to me was defensive effort. That was one of the main things. And, early on in that game, Brian, I don't know if you watched.
I did.
But the effort that Summertown was getting beat down the floor in transition. Defensively, I thought Eagleville had their way. Now, look, I'll also tell you this. I don't know if Summertown plays their best. They shot 60-something% from three.
Yeah.
They played great. They earned that win.
Oh, they
but
did.
I definitely know that I know Coach Long had to have been really frustrated.
The first time I felt like watching our team this year, we looked a step slow the other night.
Yeah.
We're just now I'm sure that had something to do with Eagleville's athleticism. But this county team that Coach Luke Scott's going to put on the floor, they're going to be bigger than us at most every spot, and they're going to be really athletic, and they're going to be led by number 40, their sophomore Dakota Hull, who's he's a player.
Something to note too. Bennett starting tonight.
Good
Just
catch.
noticed that.
Yeah. So Bennett in his third game back, and I'm sure Coach wanted us to see what we got and how things are going to work. And Bennett immediately slaps the ball away.
Nice
Campbell
job.
picks up the loose ball, and here comes Summertown. Sawyer Sherman. Over to Kurt. Kurt getting a lot of attention, but Layton's going to gun a three. Bang! Three guys converged on Kurt Burleson, and he skipped to Layton Sherman, who drills the three. Summertown up 3-0. Lewis County's Ray in the front court. Gives over to number 42. That's Bo Banks. Goes inside Hull, stolen by Burleson, ahead to Campbell. Campbell going to peel back. gives to Leighton Sherman. Leighton over to Sawyer. Sawyer's going to gun a three. Short rebound, Kurt Burleson. Burleson up, no good, but Kurt's going to be fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
I'm going to tell you something. You had a rough game, like you were saying. If you want a kid that doesn't have a concern of the last game at Sherman, okay? Because, like, he's moving on, okay?
Yeah.
I can promise you that kid, and that's what you got to do in these situations. When you have a bad game like that, you just keep your confidence and come out and let it rip. It's good to see.
Burleson knocks down the first. Adam, and really, some people think that may be a little quick, Summertown shots, but that's our game. And
it was a good look.
Yeah, it's our game, and it's defense don't get set because we don't have the most size, and we have to try to take advantage of our opportunities. Lewis County in the front court. Hull drives, stops, cut off by Leighton Sherman. He gives over to I can't see that number. Now he goes back into Hull, inside to number 44, Carroll. He spins up off the glass, good. Cade Carroll, the big man, inside for Lewis County, 5-2 Summertown. Cole Campbell, Lewis County in a very extended 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
Over to Sawyer Sherman, to Jackson Bennett. Bennett to Leighton Sherman. Skip Crass Sawyer. Sawyer to Bennett. Back to Leighton. Leighton into Cole, who's in the high post. Skips it over. A little miscommunication. It'll be Lewis County basketball.
The right idea, but Cole kind of rushed that pass right there. That is probably the right pass on that play, but he kind of took his eye off of Sherman.
Is Hull in the backcourt, Bo.
They're going to throw it away.
Stolen by Sherman. In the corner to Campbell for three. No good. Rebound number 14, Mosley. Mosley racing in the front court. Passes ahead. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by number 50, Jackson
Fightinger.
Fightinger,
that's right. And we've played against that young man in the past. That's the only way. Normally I wouldn't even know how to pronounce that, Brian. But I actually do know this time. So
Leighton Sherman skipped to his brother Sawyer. Into Kurt at the free throw line. Kurt's jump hook, no good. Rebound, Leighton Sherman. Leighton comes out of there with it. Looks inside Kurt. There's Kurt's got it. Spins. Back out Bennett. Bennett for three. Short, no good. Rebound. Slapped around. It's number 40, Dakota Hull. Hull in the front court. It's going to be fouled by Sawyer Sherman. It'll be Lewis County basketball. Adam, this action is fast.
Yeah, both of these teams, I think, want to move and get up and down the floor. So it should be a good one right now. But Lewis County, what's hurt them right now is just these early turnovers.
Oh yeah, and it really kind of unforced almost.
Yeah.
I mean, now number 24, 14, Mosley in the backcourt gives over to number 5, Ray. Ray back into number 44, Cade Carroll, who takes it home for the layup. They got in the middle of that Summertown zone and got the layup. Sawyer Sherman, skip pass to Leighton, to Jackson, making it really difficult to get the ball to Kurt Burleson. Leighton Sherman to Jackson Bennett. Now there's Kurt with it. He spins, works on Carroll, shot up, no good. Rebound, Cade Carroll. He gives over to number 5, Drew Ray. Ray into number 40, Hull. Hull shot blocked by Burleson. Burleson's going to be called for the foul, I believe. A lot of ball right there.
A lot of ball, yeah. A lot of ball.
Yep, foul on number 14, Kurt Burleson. That'll be his first, team second. And Dakota Hull will be at the line for 2 free throws. Hull, the sophomore for Lewis County. His first toss, good. And he ties this game up at 5. And Andrew Mabry's going to come in for Jackson Bennett. Hull, his chance to give his team the lead. And Lewis County has their first lead, 6-5. And Cole Campbell will move to the point. And here come the Eagles. No good. Battle for the rebound. It's Hull. Hull back up and good. Hull's a player. 8-7 Lewis County. Campbell over to Leighton Sherman. Leighton to Sawyer. To Leighton. Into Kurt. Kurt skips over to Campbell. Campbell drives baseline, shot up off the glass and good. Nice find by Kurt Burleson. Good take by
The key is getting it into that middle, Brian.
Yep.
That zone is so wide. They're either going to have to collapse on Kurt or Kurt. You like the chances if Kurt Burleson has the ball.
Summertown retakes the lead. Mosley in the front court gives over to Hull. Hull has it slapped away, picked up by Campbell. Campbell. Lewis County gets back. Campbell backs it off. He gives to Leighton Sherman for three. Rim, no good. What a rebound by Kurt Burleson, and he'll score it. Summertown up 11-8. Big, strong rebound by Kurt Burleson. Ball comes into Hull. Hull over to Ray. Ray to number 42, Banks. Banks has it stolen away by Leighton Sherman. He'll get to his brother Sawyer. Sawyer skips over to Kurt. Kurt in the corner to Cole. Cole thought about a three, pump fake, now gives to Leighton. Leighton to Sawyer from 23. Bang! Sawyer Sherman. And Coach Luke Scott seen enough. He's going to take a 30-second timeout. Your score right here. We'll keep it right here. Summertown 14, Lewis County 8. And Adam, just like you said, if we can get that ball in the middle and start skipping it out, that's when our shooters are the most dangerous.
And in opposition to that, though, too, that's where we've gotten killed, is getting the ball down low. And against Eagleville the other night,
that's what
Brian,
they did, yeah.
Look, it was very simplistic on what they did. We started out in the zone that game, and those shooters, man, they just ate us up. Coach Long went to the man. But eventually, we just continued to let people into the middle. You got to help, right?
Right.
And the man, all those shooters, they were just, that's just a huge thing, I think, for Summertown, too. And without that size, right, keep that ball out in the perimeter. Make teams have to – not many teams can shoot as good as you can. This Summertown team can.
So Lewis County will play it in. It's number 14, Mosley. Mosley ahead, and now over to Banks. Banks back to number 14, Mosley. Mosley skips in the corner to number 24. That's Tanner. Tanner to Hull. Hull's going to take it baseline, shot up off the glass. Dakota Hull's a player.
He is. He's the real deal.
14-10. Summertown by 4. 2:39 to play. Campbell gives to Sawyer Sherman. Back to Campbell. Back to Sawyer. Sawyer to Campbell. Goes inside Kurt Burleson. Kurt all down. Nice pass down to Mabry. Back out to Campbell for three. No good. Rebound Hull.
You got to like the look in the ball movement, though. I really thought Mabry should have taken
reverse
that
layup,
up.
yeah. Banks gets it in to Carroll. Carroll over to Mosley in the corner. Now back to Mosley for three. No good. Rebound Kurt Burleson. Burleson for Summertown gives over to Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer in the corner to Cole. Into Kurt. Driving hole. No good. You're going to call it on the floor.
That's probably a good call. He got bumped on the jump step, on the jump hop there.
Nice find there by Cole Campbell to find the cutting Kurt Burleson as Bennett will re-enter. Campbell will get a quick blow. Good job by Cole Campbell. Bennett in the corner to Leighton. Leighton's going to gun a three. No good. Rebound Hull. Hull being harassed in the backcourt by Mabry, and Mabry just picked up his second foul.
And that's a great job by Hull. He initiated that by cutting in front. That's smart basketball there. It's a great job by him.
Mason Neal, the sophomore for Summertown, going to come in for Andrew Mabry. And, hey, Mason had a strong game in that JV game.
Oh, he did.
He's very athletic.
He is as quick of a kid, and especially with his first step offensively, and he can shoot the lights out of it too.
Pass comes back out to Banks. Banks stops, now gives over to number 24, Tanner, and he scores the two, and Lewis County cuts it to 2, 14-12, a minute 30 in the first quarter. Bennett to Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer to Mason Neal. And that pass is going to be stolen by Tanner, and Tanner is going to he's going to lay it up to tie this game. It's those last couple of possessions there, Adam, as you said, Summertown didn't have anybody in the middle there. Now we've got Kurt back up there.
Well, and, it's the lazy passes. You know, I thought, Lord knows Sherman can shoot it, but I thought that inbound shot down here, that's just a tough shot.
Yeah, it was.
Fading away from the corner. I mean, you can get better shots than that if you just work it. But
Campbell into Burleson. Burleson going to take it home, layup, good, and he was fouled. And we've said it all year. If Kurt Burleson gets the ball in there, it's good night most times.
I feel like offensively, we're most effective when you're working inside out with him. And it's just I'm not saying he has to take every shot, but you want that ball to go through him most possessions. And he makes good decisions with it. He finds open players. You get more open shooters that way. But yeah, that's it's something good to go to, especially to kind of stop the bleeding.
Kurt knocks down the free throw. Summertown leads 17-14, and Graham Howell checks in. Leighton Sherman gets a blow. Banks in the backcourt. Gives over to number 22, Lomax. Lomax back to Banks. In the corner to Tanner. Tanner into the lane now tries to give to Carroll. Has it slapped away, but Tanner gets it back. Now back up front, Banks. Banks over to Hull. Hull, cross-court pass Tanner. Tanner goes inside Carroll. Carroll spins, now back out to Banks. Banks has his pass deflected, and it's stolen by Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer being harassed into the lane. Skip pass over to Cole Campbell for three, no good. Rebound, run down by Banks of Lewis County. He'll give over to as Tanner taps it in. Summertown wanting offensive basket interference, as Kurt Burleson's going to turn it over. So with 11 seconds to play, well, it's close. That's Hull tapping it in. As Banks will play it in at half court. Summertown leading 17-16. Banks into Hull. Hull across the timeline, gives over to Lomax. Lomax needs help. He's going to be fouled. Tough, because I thought we had him. I thought we was about to create a turnover. And that's going to send Lewis County to the line for 2 free throws for Lomax. And that foul's going to be on Cole Campbell.
What really hurts is you're fouling a kid 35 feet from the basket with 2 seconds left, and he's done picked up his dribble. And you're fixing to go to the second quarter with a lead, and that may not be the case if he knocks down both of these.
And he ties it up at 17. Lomax ready for his second toss. In the air, back rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's Jackson Bennett. 1 second. Jackson from three-quarter court. That's where your first quarter will end. We're all knotted at 17. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is your headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Are you in need of a trailer? How about a saw, tools, loaders, or even generator? Now meeting all your propane needs as well. You can find everything you need to complete your project and much more down at Old School Rentals in Loretto. Go by and let owner Ryan Smith help you today. That's Old School.
Welcome back to Lewis County High School. It'll be Summertown basketball to start the second period. Adam, it's about what we thought. Highly contested, highly competitive game.
Yeah, it's been up and down. It's been fun to watch. It's been some needless turnovers for both teams, to be honest.
Summertown with it. Goes inside Burleson. Burleson has it slapped away, but picks it up, gives to Cole Campbell. He goes in for the layup, but Cole is going to be fouled, and that foul is going to be on, I believe, number 30, Juwan Jones. We'll wait and see. Jones, who just entered for Lewis County. And it was on Jones. As Campbell will shoot 2. On the floor for the Eagles, Campbell, Burleson, Sherman, Bennett.
We may have a little perspiration or something. I think there's something they need to clean up. Or I'm not really sure over there in front of the Lewis County bench. Like something on the floor.
Now Campbell will get ready for his free throws. Cole, first toss good. Cole ready for the second. It's also good. He gives his team a 2-point lead, 19-17. Summertown in full court pressure. Hull with it across the timeline. He's picked up by Burleson, picks up his dribble, gives over to Banks. Banks. Summertown in a 2-3. Over to Mosley. In the corner to Lomax. Lomax drives baseline. Cut off by Burleson. Skips out to number 14. That was Mosley. Now over to Lomax. Shot blocked. Rebound by Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer gives over to Jackson Bennett. Jackson. A 3. No good. Rebound Hull. Hull, Lewis County wants to run. He's going to take it all the way in. Well, he's going to be fouled. That foul's going to be on, we'll see, but Hull will go to the line for 2 free throws with 6:54 to play in the first half. That foul is on 23, Sawyer Sherman.
It should be on his first.
Hull. Toss, good. 19-18 your score. Hull ready for his second toss. It's in the air, back rim no good, battle for the rebound. Jones and Bennett. And Bennett's going to be called out of bounds.
There was no, he wasn't, I didn't see him anywhere near that out of bounds line. Unless the wheels are, okay.
So
I think that's what Coach West saying the same thing. I mean, he's right there in front of it, a foot from it.
Lewis County with it. Do we give it to Ray? Ray in the corner to number 14, Mosley. Skip past Hull. Hull puts it on the floor, drives, pull up 15-footer, no good. Mosley with the tip in. Lewis County retakes the lead 20-19. Lewis County active on the glass. Bennett across the timeline. Gives over to Campbell. Campbell to Bennett. Bennett for 3, no good. Rebound, Bennett runs it down, saves it into Burleson. Burleson pump fake up and, Kurt would like to have that one back. Yeah. He didn't get the basket, but he's going to the line for 2 free throws, and good effort right there by Jackson Bennett running down the rebound to save it in bounds.
Yeah, and just giving Burleson a chance to go up and get it. I believe that was on Hull. That's his first for the night.
Kurt misses the free throw. 20-19, Lewis County by 1, 6:10 to play in the first half. Burleson's toss, this one is good, and we're all knotted at 20. Hull in the backcourt. Gets it over to number 5, Ray. Ray to Lomax. Back to Ray. Ray skips down to Mosley. Mosley in the corner to Lomax. Lomax cut off along the baseline. Now he's trapped. Gets it out there to Hull. Hull to Ray. To Mosley. Goes inside Lomax. Lomax drives on Howell. Shot up off the glass. No good. Rebound. Jones battling with Howell. Howell slaps it away. Campbell comes up with it to Jack Hallmark, who's just into the game, to Leighton Sherman. Kurt Burleson over to Cole Campbell. Lewis County back into this extended 2-3. 3 guys really trying to keep Kurt from getting it. And Jones is going to be called for the foul, Lewis County, as Campbell passes it in to Burleson.
I tell you, both of these teams are kind of filling each other out. But if you notice, the scoring has really
slowed down.
Yes, a lot.
Campbell will play it in. Comes in to Leighton Sherman. Leighton to Jack Hallmark. Hallmark to Leighton Sherman. Into Kurt Burleson. Turnaround 15-footer, no good. Rebound, Jack Hallmark has it slapped away. Picked up by Ray, ahead to number 42, Banks. Banks goes all the way in. His shot no good. Lomax tips it up, no good. Mosley back to Hull for 3. Back rim, no good. And we are going to get.
We're going to get Kurt Burleson. That's his second.
We sure are. It's 2 on Kurt. The one thing Summertown can't afford to happen. Looks like West is going to let him play right here. Pass comes into Lomax. Lomax jump hook on the baseline, no good. Rebound, Kurt Burleson. Hallmark, Campbell, Leighton Sherman. Inside to Burleson. Burleson spins up, And no good, but Kurt Burleson's going to go back to the line for 2 free throws.
I believe that one's going to be on Lomax. If that
22.
is, that's only his first.
Yeah.
It is.
So Mabry set to check back. Oh, that's a tough call.
Yeah.
Mabry set to check back in for the Eagles. He with 2 fouls. Burleson's free throw good. As number 24, Tanner, comes back in for Lewis County. Out will go Lomax. Kurt's going to get a blow if he knocks down this free throw, and it rolls. It's good. As Mabry will come in. No, he's not. He's getting, he is getting Kurt. Mabry with 2 fouls, takes out Burleson with 2 fouls. Summertown leads by 2. Hull into front court. Gives over to Mosley. Mosley. Skip pass over to number 24. That's Tanner. Tanner back out front to Banks. Banks has it slapped away. Battle for the loose ball. Tanner comes up with it. Now it's stolen by Sherman. Sherman stops, pops. 15-footer for 3. No good. Rebound. It's number 5, Ray. Ray in the corner to Mosley. Mosley back out front to Banks.
Summertown with a very small lineup right now.
Banks spins, has it napped away, or Hull has it slapped away. It's Leighton Sherman. Sherman gives to a cutting Graham Howe. His shot blocked by Hull. Gets his own rebound back up. Nice job by Graham Howe to stay with it. 24-20, Summertown. Ray in the backcourt. Summertown kind of backs off. Ray gives over to Mosley. Mosley has it slapped away by Leighton Sherman. Picks it back up, now gives to a cutting.
They're going to get a travel.
Number 24, yes. Maddox Tanner.
I tell you something, Summertown slipped into a man for the first time. I think with a smaller lineup, a little bit more speed. And, I think it's kind of confusing.
It is. You see Lewis County a little bit more on the dribble rather than
It's paid off.
So Leighton Sherman into Jack Hallmark in the corner to Andrew Mabry. Andrew Mabry skips it out there to Cole Campbell. Cole drives, now gives over to Graham Howe. Howe skips it over to Leighton. Leighton into Hallmark. Hallmark drives, shot up. Oh!
My goodness, I'm sorry. That's continual. That has to be.
He's the only official of the 3 that would have done that.
That's not right. I'm sorry.
Ray will be called for the free throw. Or called for the foul, but we're going to shoot 2 free throws anyway.
A replay here. Let's just see, but
replay.
There's
foul
your contact
there.
And
that's
I'm sorry.
That's and 1.
Not everything is on the floor.
Jack Hallmark, free throw rolling good. Jack Hallmark, the sophomore, puts Summertown up by 5 with 3:18 to play in the first half. Hallmark, second toss, rolling, rattling, no good. Rebound, Ray. Ray gets it out of there to Banks. Banks cut off by Mabry in the front court. Banks drives into the lane, and what Mabry is going to pick up his 3rd foul, and that's Will kind of commented off air a while ago. This game is I'm not saying about the officiating, but the way it's being called, it's definitely not advantageous for Summertown.
Blackwood's going to get Mabry, so Blackwood now in the game for Summertown.
Hull brings it in against Howe. Hull stops, pops from 3. It's good. Hull's the player. 25-23, Summertown by 2. Just under 3 minutes to play. Campbell in front court. Has it slapped off his foot.
I don't see how that's a jump ball when one person has the basketball.
No, and I'm going to say he's fouled. Banks to Hull. Hull feels like he can take Howe. Coach Wes Long's just questioned it's no different than what just happened on the other end. But Graham Howe picks up his foul, or his first, and it'll be Summertown or Lewis County basketball under their own basket, trailing 25-23. Into Banks. Banks drives, cut off by Blackwood. Over to Hull. Hull puts a move on, stops, 15-foot, nope, now passes out to Mosley for 3. It's good, and Mosley gives Lewis County the lead, 26-25. Campbell into front court, over to Leighton Sherman. Leighton. And there's a foul on number 42, Banks.
It's only Banks first.
But Summertown will be shooting 2 free throws here. Leighton Sherman. Leighton rolling good. Notch the score at 26. Second toss. Good. Summertown leads by 1. 27-26. Summertown's going to drop back into their half-court zone defense. Banks across the timeline. Skips over to Mosley. Mosley back over to Banks. Banks skip back to number 5, Ray. Ray into the lane, now gets out to Banks. Banks stops, pops, 15-footer, good by Banks. Lewis County retakes the lead, 28-27. Campbell to Blackwood. Blackwood to Leighton Sherman. Leighton trapped on the sideline. Now comes out of there, into the lane. Shot no good, rebound Leighton. Leighton gets it out of there to Jack Hallmark. Hallmark back to Leighton Sherman. Leighton shot blocked. Leighton gets his rebound, now gets to Hallmark. Hallmark skips it over to Blackwood. Hallmark's going to be called for stepping on the out-of-bounds line. It'll be turnover, be Lewis County basketball.
Lewis County's forcing Summertown to play at an ultra-high rate of speed right now. That's kind of verging on the edge of being out of control.
Banks to Mosley. Hull wanted it, but Mosley didn't see him. Back to Banks. Banks going to take it all the way in against Blackwood. Shot no good. Rebound. Hallmark. Hallmark gives to Campbell. Campbell in the corner to Sherman. Sherman's going to drive. Shot. Well, how is that a travel? The shot got blocked.
I don't understand.
Number 42, Bo Banks, will bring it across the timeline. Banks goes inside Hull. Hull spins, turnaround jumper, rolling, no good. Rebound, Leighton Sherman. Leighton across the timeline.
Oh,
that's
my
a back
goodness,
court.
that is a backcourt.
And that
is the correct call.
That's just not, I just won't say what that is, but that's very uncharacteristic turnover there by Summertown. 28-27 Lewis County, 44 seconds to play in the first half. Banks going to drive on Blackwood, skips it over to Ray. Ray into the lane, now skips it out Mosley. Mosley drives baseline, now skips out to Banks. Banks, pull up 15-footer, rolling good. That's 2 in a row he's made from that spot, just opposite sides. 30-27, Lewis County by 3. Campbell across the timeline. He's going to take it all the way home, layup, no good. He's going to be fouled, and that's
they're going to be counting that basket because he was in the net, and that is a goaltend. It should be, I believe. Yes, that basket was counted.
Yep.
That was a goaltend call.
Campbell with the bucket. 30-29. As number 50, here's the replay. Wheels pulled it up. So Campbell catches it, drives. Yeah, got his hand up in there. Inbounds pass comes to Banks. Banks brings it across the timeline against Blackwood. Gives it over to Hull. 9 seconds. Back to number 50. That's Fight to Mosley, who gives over to Banks. Banks out to Tanner for 3. Good. Number 24, Maddox Tanner with the 3 at the horn. And that's where your first half will end, with Summertown trailing Lewis County 33-29. Adam, what do you got for us?
For Lewis County, Tanner with 7 on the night, who just nailed that 3. Hull with 12. Bo Banks with 4. Carroll with 4. That rounds them out. Summertown, Kurt Burleson with 10 on the night right now so far at the half. Cole Campbell with 8. Leighton Sherman with 5. Sawyer Sherman with 3. Graham Howe with 2. And Jack Hallmark with 1. So that's where we're at, right?
That's where we're at, 33-29. So now we're going to be joined by head Lady Eagle basketball coach Jeremy Jean to talk about the girls' game tonight. And as soon as him and Adam can kind of swap. Again, your score at halftime. Your score at halftime, 33-29. Summertown trailing Lewis County. Now we're joined by Coach Jeremy Jean. Coach, good win tonight.
I appreciate it.
I just got to ask you, how hard is it to coach a game like that?
It's tough if you look at it, I guess, as a game. We just look at we're going to work on stuff and try to get better at doing things we need to work on that we can't get done in practice.
Well, and I know I've talked to you enough to know that you try to games like that. You try to coach the kids not to pay attention to the score. Let's work on what we need to work on.
Absolutely, no matter what. It's our job to stop them. Their job to stop us, no matter who's in the game. And that's what. If we had 15 kids and it was 11 through 15 in, and we're giving a play, I'm gonna call a timeout and get on them. Like we have to do the things the right way, no matter what the score is. So when the games are tied, it's not unusual.
Well, how did you feel about the way your team came out tonight? Because I know the other night against Eagleville wasn't our best performance of the year, but
no, it wasn't.
But the way we come out tonight, pretty aggressive and jumped on them early.
We came out focused on doing our job and making things hard on people. And the bad thing, they turned it over a lot in the first half, but they shot the ball really well. That's half time. Hey, they're 4 for 9 from the field. We're either getting a steal or a layup, so we had to tighten that up a little bit. But aggressiveness, we were aggressive on both ends of the floor.
Well, and Ella Busby, much more aggressive from the on the offensive end. She's knocking down threes tonight.
She did. She got a little tussle in the baseline where she got a little elbow, and I yelled at her and said, "You gonna take that?" And she looked at me like I was. Well, I said, "Go score." And she pulled up and hit a three, and it just like when she gets mad, she plays better.
We were kind of laughing on there because Ellie Lou Mason, she took two. I mean, it was like they were going after her. I thought she must know somebody over here.
I asked her in the locker, and she made them mad. She said, "I guess I did. I don't know." But we kept our composure, and that's what games like that does worry me when teams get chippy and physical. I mean. But Eagleville was physical too, and that's why I didn't understand the difference. Eagleville was physical, and we backed off of them, and tonight they were physical, we went at them. So we just got to continue to attack offensively and defensively, make things hard on people.
So that we improved to 14-1, 2-0 in the district. So what does the upcoming schedule look like for us, Coach?
We're off tomorrow because of snow. Well, I tell us, if it don't snow, we're practicing. So Tuesday we're at Fayetteville. Friday we're at Mount Pleasant, then Loretta at home on the next Tuesday. So that'd finish out our first round of the district.
So 2 more road games.
Then we're back at home
with Loretta.
Yeah, and that's what we just got to keep getting better. And they're doing a good job of not looking at the scoreboard. And we try to just next play, get stops and score. And we got to keep doing that the next 2 games. And then when Loretta comes to town, they'll punch back instead of letting us keep punching.
Well, we're making strides. You see it. You see it individually. I know there's still things, right, you're trying to clean up. But we talked before the year started about we was wondering about scoring. Hey, we've turned into where we've scored it pretty good lately.
Well, I mean yeah, and put Tess in again tonight, and she passed up 3 or 4 or 5 open looks, and then she makes one that makes a buzzer beater, and I told her it's okay to miss a shot. Like, you're not going to make all of them if you're open, and we're very unselfish.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to shoot it on the first pass, and I'm fine with that. But you get it back again, you're open, and you haven't missed one in 2 weeks, you need to shoot it.
She did, and we commented on that. She did pass up a couple. I mean, after the way she shot it against Zion, I'd have been going, hey.
She did, but I like that part about our team. It's that they don't care. And you could hear Abby when she kicked it out telling them to shoot it. And, there's games where Abby's going to have a big night inside, and tonight they were focused on taking her away, but she was not worried about having to get hers. She was kicking and yelling to shoot it.
Speaking of Abby, Adam commented on there, people don't realize how athletic she is. I mean, she's our post player, and she's out guarding people on the perimeter 25 feet from the basket.
She can move. She can move, and that's what I didn't realize. When she was a freshman, she was really athletic. It was a freshman. Then she got hurt, blew her knee out, and had that knee brace on all last year. She moved okay, but then when that thing came off, it's a different person. She's bouncy. She can run. She can defend guards. So she's really more athletic than people probably give her credit for.
Well, Coach, congratulations on another victory. As we said, now we go to 14-1, 2-0 in the district. So congratulations tonight and good luck this coming Tuesday. We'll see you then. Head coach Jeremy Jean with the 14-1 Summertown Lady Eagles. It's halftime here of the boys' game. Lewis County leads 33-29. We'll be back in about 4 minutes.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
If there ever was such a thing as a company that could do almost anything, well, Tenakee Properties is it. These guys know how to completely transform your existing home into something new, or just do it room by room. Need a new bathroom or kitchen? What about a fresh coat of paint? Even a new floor? Looking for dirt work? Tenakee has you covered. Oh, and you can even rent a dumpster from them too. That's Tenakee Properties. Visit Tenakee.com or phone 931-244-4602.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
They'll go above and beyond to help you, whether in person or over the phone.
I'm glad I got my home loan here. They thoroughly explained the process, and in no time I was accepted.
I have banked with the Bank of Frank Ewing ever since they first came to Lawrenceburg in 2005. I've always been pleased with their service, and I would recommend them to anyone.
Don't just find a job, find a career with Resource MFG. The team at Resource MFG in Lawrenceburg has the resources and experience to find you a full or part-time position right away. Now recruiting for open positions in Lawrence, Giles, and Murray counties. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or looking to take your career to the next level, let your journey begin with Resource MFG. Located
Welcome back to Lewis County High Schools. We're about ready for third quarter action. Adam, frantic pace, a lot of mistakes, but it's a good basketball game. Summertown trailing 33-29.
It is. Lewis County's a tough team. They've done a good job of getting to the rim, working, finding spots in Summertown's zone. Making those short jumpers by Banks had a good ending to the half. So, yeah, Summertown's in for a dogfight right now.
Well, and then Kurt setting out the last 3 minutes or so with two fouls.
Yeah.
And now Summertown's ball. It goes into Burleson. His turnaround rolling no good, and Carroll fouled him on the arm. So Burleson will go to the line for 2 free throws.
I think that's a good start for Summertown, working into that young man, kind of getting things back stabilized a little bit.
His first toss, good. And Cody having a conversation with the official over here at the scorer's table. Kurt Burleson, second toss, rolling, good. Cuts it to 2. Summertown into full court pressure as Hull will bring it across the timeline, being guarded by Campbell. Hull puts a move on into the lane, pump fake, now needs help. Gets it over to Carroll. Carroll to Banks. Banks. Out guarded by Sawyer Sherman. Banks to Mosley. Mosley drives all the way in, gives over to Carroll. Carroll shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound, Kurt Burleson. He gives over to Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer racing, kicks it to brother Layton. Over to Kurt. Kurt to Cole Campbell. Cole has it slapped away to Kurt Burleson at the free throw line. Shot up, no good, but Cole is going to be fouled, but they're going to call on the floor.
Well, one thing about it, that's Carroll's second in less than a minute. Summertown's come out of the man this half. They've put Campbell on
Hull.
Hull with a little bit more speed, a little bit more, and he seems to be kind of locked in a little bit more on him. Not a bad move at all, I think.
Campbell gets it into Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer out between the circles, now gives over to Cole, back to Sawyer. Sawyer to his brother Layton. Layton in the corner to Jackson Bennett. Bennett goes inside Burleson, spins, up and under, no good. Rebound, slapped around, now it's controlled by Mosley. Just wouldn't fall for Kirk. Good move.
Beautiful move. He kind of got off balance a little bit, and it kind of made that roll off the rim, but a great move.
Banks to Ray. Ray hits a cutting Mosley, layup good. Nice play there by Lewis County. Lewis County goes back up by 4, 35-31, 6:20 to play in the third period. Campbell into Burleson. Burleson, 15-footer, smooth jumper, good. 35-33. Ray in the backcourt. Ray across the timeline, picked up by Bennett. Ray tries to drive, muscle all the way down, shot up, no good. Rebound, battle for. Slapped out of bounds, last touch by Ray or Jones. Either way, it'll be Summertown basketball.
With them standing, with putting Campbell on Hull, you wonder when they're going to put him down into the post.
Yeah.
And post Cole up.
Burleson spins into the lane, good. You can't, if they stay spread out like that and we can get it to him, Kurt's going to have his way.
We did that early on and got away from it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's been effective. If you'll just be patient, you can get him to basketball.
Ray to Mosley. Mosley drives, has it slapped away, stolen by Layton Sherman. Layton across the timeline, goes into Kurt. Kurt is going to take about a 17-footer, good. Kurt Burleson for 2, 37-35. As Coach Luke Scott's going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. So 5:28 to play in the third. Summertown 37, Lewis County 35. And Adam, I mean, that's about 6 in a row for Kurt.
Well, and they've taken Hull offensively out of their last 3 to 4 possessions. And really you're playing 4-on-4 is what you're really trying to do.
Yeah.
And it's a great plan by Coach Long. Hull, I thought, really hurt him. He's the one kid on their team that I feel like is a one-on-one type kid that can break about anybody down, and he'll drive to the basket, but then he can also pull up and drain a 3 in your face too. He's just a complete player.
That's a good point, Adam. He's like their head,
yeah.
And we're trying to cut off the head.
Have to.
Some other guys may get some buckets, but he's the guy that makes it go for them.
Yeah, they've moved Mabry back onto him now.
So into the game, let's say Mabry came in for Bennett.
Yeah.
So Banks across the timeline. Banks gives over to Mosley. Mosley drives all the way in. His pass goes into number 50. Back out to Banks for 3. Battle for the rebound. No good. Rebound. Ray back up and good. Lewis County doing a good job on the glass. Summertown. Campbell into front court. Goes inside to Burleson. Burleson's jumper. Good. Kurt Burleson. 39-37, Summertown by 2. Mosley gets it into Banks. Banks being guarded by Sawyer Sherman. He'll bring it across the timeline. 4:44 to play here in the third. Banks wants to drive. Now gives it over to Ray. Ray cut off by Sawyer Sherman. Gives over to Mosley. No, he doesn't. Looking for Hull. There's Hull. Hull's got it. being guarded by Mabry. Hull for three, back rim, no good. Rebound, Cole Campbell, great job, great defense, Andrew Mabry.
That was a really good job. Look, he can hit that shot, but if he's going to score, try to make it from be out there from that far out.
Pass into Burleson, who goes to Campbell, back out to Leighton Sherman for three, bang! Big play, Summertown. Good job, Cole Campbell. Summertown goes up by 5. Mosley across the timeline, gives over to Banks. Banks over to Ray. Ray drives, cut off by Sherman, and
yeah, that's a good call. It's not a smart foul there. I don't know.
Leighton's called for the foul. Leighton Sherman.
You like him being aggressive, though. If you reach in and knock that ball away and he steals it, then he looks like a genius.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to be aggressive, but those are the ones that really drive you crazy.
Mosley inbounds to Banks. Banks gives over to Hull. Hull gives over to Lomax.
There's Hull taking him down into the post, kind of what we talked about. And they're going to get a hold on Mabry.
So that'll be 4 on Andrew. And Graham Howe set the check back in. Well, you called it, Adam. They're waiting on it.
You have to. I mean, he's honestly, well, let's just say he's the tallest kid on the floor. I mean, Burleson's your big guy, and he's probably got, an inch maybe on Kurt, maybe a little. So, yeah.
Inbounds to Lomax, over to Banks. Back out to number 14, Mosley. Mosley to Banks. His jumper good. Hey, he's got a nice mid-range game. He knocks down the jumper. 42-39, Summertown by 3. Leighton Sherman goes inside Burleson. Burleson in the mid-post. He's double-teamed in the corner. Skip pass over to Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer to Leighton. Back to Sawyer. Looking for Kurt. Gives it to Kurt. Kurt being double-teamed.
That's not a walk. He doesn't have the basketball.
As Maddox Tanner checks back in for Lewis County, and number 14, Steele Mosley, is going to get a break. So Summertown still leads by 3. 3 minutes to play in the third period. Full court pressure. Into Banks.
You got to give Lewis County credit, man. Summertown makes a run, and they don't even blink. You know, they just keep doing what they're doing, and they fight right back into it. They've got really good composure as a team.
Lomax to Ray. Ray drives, hits a cutting Hull. Hull shot up, no good. But Graham Howell's called for the foul, and Hull will go to the line for 2 free throws. You know, that's a tough matchup for any of our guys. I mean, Hull is a really good player. 2:40 to play in the third. Hull's first toss short. 42-39, Summertown by 3. 31-8, Loretta leading Lawrence County. A minute and a half to go in the second period. Hull's second toss is good, cuts this lead to 2. 42-40. Campbell will bring it into front court. Campbell, Leighton Sherman. Leighton into Kurt Burleson. Over to Sawyer. Sawyer for 3. Bang. Good job, Kurt Burleson. Good find. Way to knock it down, Sawyer. Hull into front court. His team trailing 45-40. Hull drives on Graham, spins, kicks it out to Ray. Ray drives on Campbell, cut off by Campbell. Shot up. That's a tough shot by Drew Ray. 45-42. Campbell into front court. Gives over to Sawyer Sherman. Looking inside, he gives over to Leighton. Leighton in the corner to Howe. Howe goes inside to Burleson. Spin, shot, up, good. Kurt Burleson's the man for Summertown right now. 47-42.
He gets it that low, it's over with, Brian.
Summertown by 5. Hull drives on Howe. Gets the push off, but Hull scores the bucket. And it's Hull doing it for Lewis County. 47-44. Leighton Sherman with it. Drives, goes inside Burleson. Burleson shot up, no good, but he's fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Summertown foul is on number 22, Lomax. Summertown doing a good job of making sure Kurt gets the ball, gets a touch, gets an opportunity.
Well, and you just want to let it go through his hands. You know, if he's scoring, that's fine. But he's done a good job finding open shooters. You know, that nice pass to Sherman just a few seconds ago for the three.
48-44, Summertown by 4 as Burleson readies for his second toss. Burleson, second toss, good. 49-44, Summertown by 5, 1:28 to play in the third. Banks across the timeline. Summertown backs up into a half-court man. Gives over to Lomax. Lomax. He's going to gun a three. No good. Rebound, Graham Howe. Graham gives over to Leighton Sherman. He'll hand it over to Cole Campbell. And here come the Eagles leading by 5. Leighton Sherman into Burleson. Burleson, turnaround jumper, rolling, no good. Rebound, Cole Campbell. Campbell back up, and good, Cole Campbell. Strong move by the senior. 51-44, Summertown by 7. Ray across the timeline. Gives to Lomax. Lomax to number 42, Banks. Banks has it stripped, slapped away, scramble, and on the held ball, it'll belong to Lewis County. Good hustle there by Leighton and Sawyer Sherman.
Yeah, getting their hands in there, just getting it loose, and then getting on the floor after it. That's big. That's a good effort play.
36 seconds. Banks brings it into Ray. 30 seconds to play as Ray brings it across the timeline here in the third period. Ray wants to drive on Campbell. Now gives to Hull. Hull's pull up 15-footer, short rebound, Cole Campbell. Campbell wants to run. Now he backs it off. We're going to set and wait on Kurt. Inside Kurt. Burleson to the layup. No good, but Kurt Burleson will go back to the free throw line for 2 free throws. What a heady play by Cole Campbell to back it off and wait on Kurt.
They can't handle him down low, and, you know, he's showing it. I'm going to tell you, Campbell with a beautiful pass there, and that rebound there underneath amongst all the trees and going back up, that's a gutsy play.
Burleson free throw, good.
I feel like Johnny Red Kerr, if you remember when he used to do the Bulls games, and he used to say, Jordan's running me out of room. Kurt's running me out of room.
Right small.
I'm going to have to. I'm older now, so I have to write bigger so I can see it.
Burleson ready for the second toss. It is good. Summertown by 9 as number 50 for Lewis County. Jackson Fight will come in, out will come Ray. So with 17 seconds to play here in the third, Summertown leads by 9. Ball comes into Banks. Banks brings it across the timeline. He's picked up by Sherman. Back to Fight. Fight being guarded by Burleson, over to Tanner. Tanner to Banks. Banks drives. Reverse layup up, rolling good. Hey, a tough shot there by Bo Banks. As Leighton Sherman from three-quarter court, no good, but that's where your third quarter will end. Summertown 53. Lewis County 46. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Hi, I'm Jeff Overton, Senior Pastor at Mars Hill Baptist Church, and let me welcome you to 2025. We're off to a brand new year, and it's a time where all of us stop and evaluate where we are in life. My son used to sing when he was a little bitty boy, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New You. And I believe all of us want to do that, a Happy New You. And that's what we long for you. We experience in our personal life. I want to lose weight this year. Our church, we're building a brand new facility for our children and student ministries, and we're excited about that. But what I really love is when I look in God's Word, whether it be in Isaiah 43:19, where he tells us he's about to do something new, or whether it be in Revelation 21:5, where he says, I am doing something new. We have a God who loves to do the new. He wants to do that in your life. And so as you begin this year, let me encourage you, examine your heart, examine your life, and say, what am I doing in 2025? What is my goals for this year? But more importantly, what can God do in me in this brand new year? How can my life be used for the kingdom of God? We'd love to challenge you, encourage you. One of the new things we're doing is this Mars Hill Minute right here on this station.
Welcome back to Lewis County as we're set to start the fourth quarter. Summertown basketball leading by 7. Good quarter there by the Eagles, Adam. We went from 4 down to 7 up.
Yeah, and they made a lot of strides at half. Really smart, a much smarter basketball for sure.
Burleson with it on the baseline, being guarded by Fight. Kicks it out to Leighton. Summertown showing some patience. Leighton drives. Going to take it all the way home. Layup. No. Leighton Sherman will go to the line for when Leighton turned the corner. Direct line to the basket.
I'll tell you something else for the first time. We mentioned with Summertown. That's the first time that I can remember or have seen where Lewis County comes out in a man to start the fourth. I haven't seen anything other than that wide zone the whole game. So
Leighton's toss good. 54-46. Leighton second toss. Good. Summertown by 9. It's Banks with it in the backcourt. Banks across the timeline. Hey, and Adam Banks is a good player.
He's great.
He's really played well tonight.
He has. And he takes good shots, too.
To Hull. Hull into the lane on Howell. He spins, pump fakes, whistle, and that's tough. That's tough because I thought we was about to create a turnover or a travel. But Graham Howell's going to be called for the foul.
I believe Dakota, I think he may have got hit, maybe bleeding from the nose, maybe popped in the nose or something. He's leaving the court. Hope that young man's okay.
I'm really kind of surprised Luke don't take a timeout, try to get him by me.
Well, I'm telling you, too, that kid, we've played him forever. He's tough as nails. I can promise you he'll be back. If there's any way, he'll be back shortly.
Mosley plays it into Ray. Ray drives on Leighton Sherman, cut off by Burleson, shot up, no good.
I don't know what's there.
I mean, both guys with their hands up. And we're going to call that on Kurt. That'll be his third. I don't see it. But anyway, Ray ready for his first toss, back rim, no good. You know the old saying, the ball don't lie.
Yeah.
Ray ready for the second toss. In the air, this one is good. Trims the lead to 8 with 7:15 to play. Cole Campbell will bring it into front court. He passes ahead to Sawyer Shermans. Sawyer thought about driving into the lane, pump fake. He traveled. Sawyer might have tried to do just a little too much right there.
Well, you've got an 8-point lead.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying stop being aggressive, but, you know, you don't have to rush anything right here, right now.
7 minutes to play as Banks brings it into front court. His team trailing 55-47. Banks in the corner to Tanner. Tanner, he got away with the travel, kicks it out Banks. Banks, shot slapped away by Cole Campbell, picked up by Graham Howe. Good hands by Cole Campbell.
Yep.
Sawyer Sherman across the timeline. We get it to Kurt out between the circles. He'll hand it over to Cole. He'll give it to Leighton. Back to Kurt. Kurt gets Cole on the screen. Backdoor, beautiful set.
They haven't run it all night, and they pull it out at the perfect time.
Great pass, Cole Campbell. Kurt Burleson with the layup, and his team leads by 10, 57-47. Banks over to Ray. Ray out to Mosley. Mosley wants to drive on Campbell, gives over to Fight. Fight shot up, no good. Rebound, no good. He gets his own rebound back up and good by Jackson Fight. 57-49. Coach Long calls out the set. Lewis County, as Adam said, is in the man-to-man. Campbell to Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer gets it to Kurt on the baseline. Turnaround 15-footer. Smooth. Kurt just kind of shakes his head as he runs back down the court. And Lewis County turns it over on the inbounds.
What was that, Brian?
They stepped over the line.
Okay. I didn't know if maybe it might have been an offensive push-off or something.
And there's the replay as Kurt drills the jumper.
Yeah, He wasn't even out of bounds.
No.
That's correct. Yeah, that's about as frustrating as the backcourt call on us over there.
Yeah. 57-49, Summertown by 8 with 5:50 to play here in the third quarter. It'll be Summertown basketball under their own basket. So, Adam, I mean, this is it's back and forth, but obviously the second half, Summertown did a good job of doing what they wanted, dictating what they want to do.
And there comes Hull back. He looks good. Looks like he's going to be fine. That kid's tough, but I will tell you, I think they frustrated Hull a little bit in that third quarter. I thought he had to force some things, but you got to keep that kid in the offense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he forced a few shots there toward the late third, and I think Summertown, their defensive plan definitely in that third coming forward that's been the big, huge difference, I think.
Well, you called it. We come out, and Cole was really pressuring Hull, and then we brought Mabry in, then Howell had him. So, I mean, got to wear him down a little bit. Campbell set to play it in. Oh, inbound to Howell, who misses a layup. Kurt Burleson with the rebound. He spins up. No good. Rebound, Howell. Back to Leighton Sherman for three. No good. Rebound, Kurt Burleson back up and good. And he was fouled. Kurt Burleson.
He's a monster.
For Summertown, knocks it down. He'll go to the line. Hey, but what about Graham Howell? What about Cole Campbell? Summertown just kept it alive.
Keeping everything alive, fighting. I'm telling you.
61-49, Summertown as Kurt Burleson goes to the line. Free throw, bang. Kurt Burleson, 62-49, 5:39 to play. Summertown full court pressure into Mosley. Mosley for Lewis County racing across the timeline, kicks it over to Banks. Banks into the lane, out to Hull. Hull drives all the way down. He strips, he falls.
That's not a foul.
And Graham Howell, I believe, is going to be called for the foul.
Howell is – he can't get a break tonight.
But you're right. We are. I think Summertown is frustrating Hull just a little bit. Hull lowers his shoulder, turnaround jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's Sawyer Sherman. He'll give it to Cole Campbell. Ahead to Leighton. Leighton kicks it out to Kurt for a three. Oh, back to Sawyer for three. Bang!
Boom!
Sawyer Sherman.
That's basketball right there. What a job. What an effort.
Summertown's going to take the timeout. Summertown 65, Lewis County 49. And Adam, what can you say about Kurt, who's having a big night, but then he makes the extra pass right there and Sawyer drills the three? I mean.
I was kind of irritable when he passed it up because I know how he can shoot. But then I was like, okay, that's Sherman. Yeah, you can give it to him.
Yeah.
You know? But both of those kids, I mean, you can feel comfortable with them outside the arc. But I thought Cope should have shot it. But, yeah, like you said, I really think they're really frustrating Hull a little bit, you know, and he's wanting to be aggressive. He's a great kid, but they're forcing some tough shots on him right now. And
he's getting a little frustrated.
And I don't blame him. You know, he got popped in the nose or what happened to him a while ago, and I know he's wanting to get back out here.
And what about Graham? I mean, Graham's come in and he's just being physical, being big and strong.
Yeah.
Mosley inbounds to Hull, and now Howell will back off and let him bring it across the timeline at the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Hull drives up.
They're
no
good.
Get him
on the floor.
We're going to get a jump ball.
My goodness.
And on the alternating possession, it'll be Lewis County basketball. And Coach Luke Scott has just got hit with the technical foul. And I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't blame him.
Coach Luke Scott, you did exactly what I'm sure you didn't say anything that I would have said. That was ridiculous. Yeah. I agree with you, my friend. I saw some things there. I didn't really see a foul, but I sure didn't see a jump ball. So, I mean, to me, it probably should have been a no call on anything. But the irritating part is Lewis County was going to get to keep the basketball on the jump. But I don't blame Luke. I don't blame him a bit. Hey, welcome to our world, my friend. I don't know if you've had him before. We've been dealing with him all year. I don't blame him a bit. I would explode as well. I know he's frustrated now, too, with the way this game has kind of went south for him. I know. And this Lewis County team has played great tonight. This is a tough team, but I don't blame him. I probably would have said my piece, too.
Do it again. Oh, yeah. Well, that was quick.
Well, if you call that a jump ball, then that means any time a defender touches a ball, it's a jump ball. I mean, it's just nothing. I don't know.
You know, Wes has had problems with this referee every time now. He's going to call over him and talk to him, buddy him up.
You think Wes is telling him, I just want you to know you are my favorite official we've had all year? You think he's saying that?
Can I get your address? I think we missed you on the Christmas cards this year.
Hey, he don't want to give his address. You don't know what he's going to do to us later down the road now.
So there's a question right now. They're trying to determine what they're going to do with the alternating possession because there was a jump ball called.
Well, okay, the jump ball was called.
And it was going to be
Lewis County. He already signaled Lewis County basketball. Okay.
So then you get teed up.
You get the free throws, but you get a technicals. I would think Lewis County would keep the possession, right? I mean, you're not going to give a jump ball back to Summertown. They would get the basketball. To me, that's a dead ball.
But you're supposed to get the ball, right? If it's a technical.
That's a great question. I don't know.
We're fixing to find out. We're fixing to find out what these three guys' interpretation of it is.
They know about more than I do. I don't know.
40-12, Loretta over Lawrence County early in the third quarter. Sawyer front rims the first free throw. Second toss. He missed them both. That's big. It's big for Lewis County. I mean, that's
looks like Summertown's going to get the basketball too.
We could have been 67-49 and the ball.
Yeah.
Cole inbounds to Layton. Layton.
They've extended this into a half-court
trap
into
now. Graham Howe gives it back to Layton Sherman. Skip pass over to Cole. Cole inside to Kurt. Kurt back to Cole. Cole going to take it home. Layup blocked by Hull. Good play by Hull of Lewis County. He gets his own gets the rebound. He's into the front court. Kicks it out over to Mosley for three. No good. Rebound, Layton Sherman. Layton in backcourt. Needs help. Gets it over to Cole Campbell. And there's the makeup from the technical.
Yeah, that's a great call, my friend.
So Cole will be called for the offensive foul. It'll be Lewis County basketball. .4:30 to play. Banks over to Tanner. Tanner for three. No good. Rebound. Kurt Burleson slapped out of his hands, out of bounds on Ray.
Yeah.
It'll be Summertown basketball. I thought it either had to be our ball or a foul right there.
If you're Summertown, you got to be fundamentally sound. The pressure's amped up. They're going full court now. You got to protect the basketball. Nobody's back deep.
And good job by Graham. Just catch it and just let the clock run. Over to Kurt. And
that's a good timeout by
West's going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. So 4:17 to play. Summertown 65, Lewis County 49. And, Adam, we're up 16, but it doesn't have that feel to it. I mean, it feels like it could turn just that quick.
Well, and Lewis County's went a little cold, from three-point range, which they were fairly hot early on. And, Banks, who was a killer there, there before the half in that second quarter, just kind of cooled off as well. So, I mean, Summertown defensively, I think that's where your difference has been in what they've been able to do in this second half.
I think you nailed it. I mean, we went man, and Banks is a good player, but it took away those little step-in jumpers he could get right there at the elbow.
Yeah.
And it's made it really difficult on Hull. He's probably feeling like it's about 1-on-3 right now for him.
Well, and you just got to hassle him. You got to make life as hard on him. He's going to get his points. I think we all know that, but you just got to make him work a lot harder than what he was having to work in that first half.
Bennett gets it into Layton Sherman. Layton, look at Kurt. There he is. Back to Bennett. And we're going to get a foul call.
Well,
one guy had a timeout.
One had a timeout, one had a foul. I got a feeling we're going to have the timeout.
That's what
I think if they give a foul this situation, this place will explode.
Well, Luke may get tossed.
Yeah.
No, we're going to get the foul.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to get the foul.
So foul is on Hull.
Well, and probably not a bad thing. They're going to get Summertown's getting the basketball back either way. I think Luke, they're having to force fouls anyway at this point. So
Bennett to play it in. That's 14th foul on Lewis County. Gets it into Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer across the timeline, gives to Campbell. Campbell to Sawyer. Sawyer's going to be fouled by number 42, Bo Banks. And that's going to send Sawyer Sherman to the free throw line. And normally I'd say that's a good thing, but Sawyer just got missing the two technical free throws. So
I'll take my chances with him, though, most of the time. They're starting really early with the fouling. I was really shocked.
Sherman fellows, they have short memories. That's what makes them good. Free throw good. Graham Howe comes back in for Jackson Bennett. And I'm going to tell you, I can't say enough about the job I feel like Graham's done here in the second half.
Yeah.
Stuff that ain't going to show up in the scorebook.
No.
Sawyer knocks down both free throws. Summertown by 18. Banks in the backcourt. Banks in the corner to Tanner. Tanner for three. No good. Rebound, Layton Sherman. Layton gets it out there to Sawyer. Sawyer across the timeline. He's going to be fouled by Banks.
Yep.
And Sawyer's going to go back to the line for two free throws. And we got something going on as everybody's standing up here in front of us. And Sawyer Sherman will step to the line. First toss, good. Sawyer. Second toss, also good. Summertown by 20. 3:50 to play. Hull gives it over to Tanner. Tanner to Mosley for three. No good. Rebound, battle for. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch, Cole Campbell. It'll be Lewis County basketball.
Actually signaled Summertown.
Oh, did he?
Well, yeah, he initially signaled that way, but then he signaled Summertown.
Oh, it is Summertown ball.
Yeah, I thought it could have went either way, but he changed his mind.
Cole Campbell with it. Cole's going to be fouled by Mosley. Mosley's asking for a technical. Foul is on Mosley of Lewis County, and Cole Campbell will go to the line for 2 free throws. 69-49, Summertown. Campbell, first toss, good. Graham Howell will come back in for Jackson Bennett. Campbell ready for the second toss. In the air, it's also good. Summertown by 22 with 3:35 to play. Hull brings it across the timeline. Gets a screen from Ray. Hull into the lane. Kicks it out to Banks. Banks for three, no good. Rebound. Sawyer Sherman fights for it. It's a battle for the loose ball. Last touch by Ray. It'll be Summertown basketball. Bennett will come in. Out will go Howe.
If you're Summertown, you just keep doing what you're doing. Protect the basketball. Take care of it.
Leighton Sherman racing across the timeline. Gives to Cole Campbell. Cole drives to Kurt on the baseline. Kurt all the way in. Shot no good. But Kurt Burleson will go back to the line for 2 free throws. And we got the aforementioned Mosley had something to say.
Mosley running his mouth. It's not a very good thing to run your mouth to somebody that's dropped 33 points on you, usually in most situations. But I will also say I never really had the pleasure to be good enough to have to be able to run my mouth. Now, Will ran his mouth constantly on the court.
So now Kurt's got 34.
Yeah, I constantly had to keep Will quiet on the court. He was very vocal. I think you know that's not true.
Burleson, second toss. He's got 35. What a night for Kurt Burleson. What a night for the Eagles, especially here in the second half. 73-49. Hull stops, pops, 15-footer, good.
Shot.
Hull. Burleson inbounds to Leighton Sherman. Leighton takes it up the sideline ahead to Howell. Howell skips it out there to Cole. Good job by Graham Howell again. Cole Campbell gives to Leighton. Leighton Sherman drives, stops, over to Cole. Summertown in no hurry. Leighton Sherman with it. Leighton. He's going to be fouled by number 14, Mosley, and Leighton Sherman will go to the line for 2 free throws. Leighton, first toss, good. 74-51. And I was to tell you, Adam, about a half hour ago, I'd have never thought we'd be up 23.
No, I agree 100%. But
Leighton, second toss, it's no good. Rebound, Hull. Hull across the timeline, into the lane, kicks it over here to Tanner. Tanner for three, short, rebound, Cole Campbell. Cole in the backcourt, has it slapped away, scramble for the loose ball. We're going to have a hell ball, and on the alternating possession, this one will go to Lewis County. Cole might have tried to split one too many guys right there.
Yeah, you'd probably like him either give it up there or get it out of there. But, hey, that's all right.
Mosley set to play it in. 2:27 to play. Mosley to Tanner for three. This one is no good. Rebound, Graham Howell. He gets it out there to Kurt Burleson. Ahead to Leighton Sherman. Leighton going to take it all the way to the baseline. Now kicks it out. Has it passed. Slept away. Picked up by Hull. Hull all the way in. Layup. Good. Inbounds comes to Campbell. 2:05 to play. Campbell in the backcourt to Graham Howell, to Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer has it slapped away. Last touch by Tanner of Lewis County. It'll be Summertown basketball as Jackson Bennett's going to come out and Graham Howell's going to take a break. Ball comes in to Bennett. Bennett in the corner, back to Campbell. They're looking inside for Kurt Burleson. Campbell with it out between the circles. Gives over to Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer spins. Has it slapped away out of bounds. It'll be Summertown basketball under their own basket. Leading 74-53 with 1:44 to play. Bennett. Inbounds Leighton Sherman. Leighton inside to Cole. Has his pass too slow. Intercepted Tanner. Ahead to Banks. Over to Mosley. Mosley back to Tanner. Going into the lane to Ray. Shot blocked by Burleson. Burleson's going to be called for his 4th personal foul.
I just didn't see that.
As Coach Luke Scott's going to get some reserves into the game, and Coach Wes Long does the same. Got 5 new guys set to come in. Rays, toss, no good. Into the game for the Eagles. Ryder Blackwood, Mason Neal, John Kobe Stanley, Jack Hallmark, and Landon Hope. .35, I think. Ray's second toss is good. 74-54. Your score is Holt will play it in to Blackwood. Blackwood in the backcourt. Gives it over to Holt. Holt, he's going to bring it up for the Eagles. Across the timeline. Gives over to Mason Neal. 1:20. Neal drives. Back over to Holt. Holt to Hallmark. Hallmark into the lane. Now back out to Neal. Neal to the basket. Back to Hallmark. Hallmark over to Stanley. To Holt. Holt got a lane to the bucket. Layup up and good. Good take by Landon Holt, the sophomore. 76-54 Summertown. Under a minute to play. Number 34 for Lewis County loses it out of bounds. That was Miller. It'll be Summertown basketball. Play at length of the court. Comes into Neal. Neal to Holt. Holt across the timeline. Gives over to Ryder Blackwood. Blackwood, he's going to gun a 3. Looked good from here, but it was short. Holt with the rebound to Neal. Neal back to Hallmark. To John Kobe Stanley, around the horn to Blackwood. Blackwood into the lane. Stops. Now kicks it out to Hallmark, over to Holt for 3. That ball is short. Rebound, Blackwood. Blackwood back to Neal. 20 seconds, and Coach Long saying that's enough. So this is probably where it's going to end up, as Holt's got it out between the circles. 13 seconds. 10 seconds. Holt to Hallmark. 9, 8. Summertown's going to win this game, 76-54. And, Adam, that's after trailing 33-29 at the half. So a 47-point second half for the Eagles and holding Lewis County to 21.
Yeah, man, it's just great to see, especially turning around at the half like they did. The coaching job, I think like we mentioned, that the defensive pressure there and the subtle changes they made defensively, I think paid off. Coach Long, great job with that. And look, we can't say enough about Kurt Burleson, 35 tonight. But the unsung heroes, like you said, Hal,
Hal, Mabry, and who else wrote? And Cole Campbell in there guarding Hull the second half.
When I thought Hallmark came in and gave some key minutes, nothing crazy. I think he had 1 point, but attacked the rim, got some big offensive rebounds.
I thought it was really big for our team just after the way we performed Tuesday night against Eagleville to come back out. First half, but second half I thought we went back to more our game.
Yeah, I thought the defensive pressure and like I said, those changes they made, and I thought the Shermans did a great job tonight too of shooting the basketball when they're open, but they also attacked the basket. I thought we really were smart down the stretch of taking care of the basketball. I think that was big. Not a lot of sloppy turnovers. We cleared the glass well. They did what they needed to do in that second half to win basketball games, and that to me that's a lot of growth. From a few weeks back.
How many did Kurt have at halftime? You remember?
Kurt had 26 at the half.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, no. He actually had, I think, right at 20. So he had 15. Now, I will say that majority of that last quarter, they went man, if you notice, and pretty much Hull, they kind of did to us what we were trying to do to them with Hull. So But of course at that point in time, Summertown was perfectly content with just running this clock out anyway. But yeah.
What do you got for us?
Curtin ends up with 35 on the night. Great job. Cole Campbell with 12. Leighton Sherman with 11. Sawyer Sherman with 13. Graham Howe with 2. Jack Hallmark with 1. And Landon Holt comes in with 2. Ray for Lewis County ends up with 7 points. Mosley with 5. Lomax with 1. Tanner with 9. Hull ends up with 19 on the night, but, man, it feels like a lot more than that. It feels like about 30 from the way he played. Bo Banks with 8. Carroll with 4. Jackson Fight with 2.
So that'll do it. So here from Summertown as they sweep the district doubleheader. As both teams will go to 2-0 in the district, and so that's going to wrap it up here from Lewis County. So this is Brian Long, Adam Lindsay, and Will Pettis, and a big thanks to Will again, Adam, for all he does to make this possible, and all our sponsors. So, but anyway, until Tuesday night, we'll say good night. So long here from Lewis County.